Welcome. I'm Dr. Dorothy Martin Neville, international speaker, author, and psychotherapist. I'm here this evening with Jimmy Driscoll, a phenomenal writer, producer, and so forth. Jimmy, tell us, there's too much to say about you. So you begin. Tell us about the film.
About 2010, I came up with an idea that was kind of a hot topic that was going on in this country. There was a lot of Muslim hatred going on, and we were in the conflict with Iraq and in the footsteps of Afghanistan. And it was an issue that I tackled about, it was a what-if scenario. And it just created a scenario of a father losing his son. And basically, it was a father who sent his son off to war and was killed in action. Mm-hmm. And within months of his untimely death, a family of Iraqi refugees moved in next door. So in time of his grieving came this hatred towards the Muslim and especially the Iraqi community. And what was from that was almost like a ripple effect of what happens to the society and what happens to the people that surround the character Artie Cooper.
Mm-hmm. And I remember you saying, Jimmy, a while ago that this came from a real-life story where you were traveling through New Hampshire and you saw.
Yeah, I was basically at a little coffee shop and my little hideaway, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And I looked up on the wall and there was this young boy, maybe 22 years old, who was killed in action. And
that became the seed for all of this.
It became the seed of all of that. Why here? Why now? You know, not here. It can't happen here, and it did. And that promoted everything to where it is today, where it went.
I was at one of the showings you had of your film here in Connecticut, but you've won awards in numerous places.
Yeah, we did. I see the SENE Film Festival in Providence. We won the Dreamland Film Festival in New Haven. We won the Philadelphia Film and Animation Film Festival, all for Best Short Film, regional and national. We were nominated for Best Short Film in Los Angeles at the Feel Good Film Festival. And then there was numerous, as we were officially selected for the New York City Film Festival, officially selected for the Manhattan Film Festival, the Myrtle Beach Film Festival, and we were also nominated for Best Film from the Wild Rose Film Festival in Ohio. And it really, the film really grabbed its legs, and I was very humbled by it, and I learned a lot about making a film and bringing it to the festivals.
It was a phenomenal film.
Thank you.
And I don't think anybody in the audience, when I watched it, left with a dry eye.
Right.
Because you touched the heart of everybody there.
Yeah.
So what now? What about the festivals, and what about now?
Well, the festivals were interesting. You know, a lot of people, I don't know, for your first time around, you know, I've been in many films and many independent films. This was like my really big first shot to co-direct and, you know, write, produce, and do this. And then, you know, we're going to take it to festivals and take it to the next step and see what's going to happen. Well, the festival circuit is very interesting. You learn a lot real quick. And you really have to be, thick-skinned. And you have to understand, you know, when you have this, when you can shoot a film, but then you have to market it. And there has to be money behind it. And you're going to spend money, and you know you get invited to a film festival. Well, that's great. You got to get there. You got to stay down there. You got to get a hotel. You got to eat, and then you got to fly back, especially if it's long. So I learned too is just, oh my God, we got accepted. That's great, but
now it costs you.
I can't get to LA. How am I going to get there? You know.
Yeah.
So that was tough, but it was an eye-opening experience. And it's just like we all just want to be that creative beast, and we just want to just make film, and that's just like if we just hope for that big plane in the sky that's just going to drop this tons of dough, and then everyone could just make a film, and we'll all be happy, and it doesn't matter if we make money, but we made a film, and we had money, and everybody ate on set, and everyone was wonderful, and that's how life should always be. Unfortunately, it's not that way. I mean, we all, as independent film people, work it and just try to make it work to the next level. I've been fortunate enough to be recognized by some producers in LA who want to take it to the next level to make my short film a feature film. And
What is that going to take?
money, absolutely, just like we were just talking about.
Are they raising the money as well as you? or
Well,
is that
you
up
know,
to
it's
to do that?
basically, it was really funny because writing the script to a
Right.
full feature, and being in a place where, as a writer, which direction do you want to take? So as a writer, you take one direction, and then when you start, unfortunately, when you get involved with producers and people have money, they say, you know what, hold on a second. That's a bigger budget than I think we're ever going to be able to raise, you know, unless you want to try to sell the script to a major motion picture or a bigger independent film company. But you'll have the same effect if you go this other route, which I've been doing. I've been just taking my notes, and I kind of I didn't take a U-turn, but I took a left turn and took the other side of the track. And I don't want to reveal too much about it, but
Right.
It still has the same effect as writing in a feature, and it still tugs, and it's still controversial. You know, what happens? I've had the opportunity in doing this film now to really meet Gold Star family members and who have lost their sons and their daughters in the conflict. And I've had the opportunity for them to see the film and to get their reaction. And it's been, you know, so humbling. And now I've actually spoke at high schools and other people when I show the film and give them some insight what I've learned about post-traumatic stress disorder with soldiers. Because in the film, I used real soldiers. They're real soldiers from the 144 Battalion
Right.
who were stationed in Iraq, Mosul, Iraq, during the offensive. And it's been very enlightening for me and helpful to me. And when I show the film, it really has some insight to people didn't realize or didn't know. So the great thing about making the film and taking your ego out of it, what a positive effect it has. Like you said, not a dry eye in the place, but it's a very healing film.
Right.
You know, I wish we had more films like that.
What do you want to do with this further?
Well,
If the sky's the limit, Jim, money's not an issue, the sky's the limit, what do you want to do with this film, or with you? Because if you wrote this beautiful film, there's another one in you.
yeah, there is. Oh, yeah, there's another one. There's a few in
At
me.
least, I was going to say, at
And
least
they're fighting to get out,
At least
you know?
another one.
Yeah,
So what do you want to do now for yourself in this industry?
Well, you know, of course, to be recognized,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and to open a door. So, you know, when you make the phone call, they pick up the call, and they're,
Right.
you know, interested in what you have to say and what you have to do. So, I mean, the sky's the limit, like you said. If this film takes off and it goes where it's got to go and it has the impact like it did as a short film, that's awesome. That's great, because that just makes Dreyfuss Films and the production company even open up even more.
Right.
You know, don't rush it. It's like fine wine. Open the cork, let it breathe. It all comes together. Patience, patience, patience. So it's all good.
The infinite skill.
That's it, right? Right?
It really is,
Yeah.
in so much of life.
Yeah.
So for you, just in closing for you, that with this film, because there's so many more in you, it's taking this as far as you can take it while you trust it's going to build its own momentum and keep on going.
Correct.
And who knows where that will take you.
Yeah.
Now you've got these others simultaneously. It's,
Yeah.
you know, while one's going, there's another one breathing into life.
Man, that's the struggle of a writer. You know,
Yeah.
it really is. It's just like all the little voices in your head coming from everywhere. You know?
And you know they have to be
And,
focused. You have to pick one.
Yeah. Yeah,
With
but
all
it's
the
funny.
stories, Jim, you have to pick one,
Yeah, I
whichever
mean,
that is.
It just, when it hits and it goes.
Right.
Like the fence just took off. It just took off.
Well, hopefully with the experiences you've gotten from this one, because you've had acting experience prior to this,
Yep.
so, but this is the directing, the producing, and so much else as well as acting in it, that with all of this, you can take this and just go so many places for your future.
Hope so.
Yeah,
Hope
I
so.
don't see why not. I think it was pretty darn terrific.
Thanks. Thank you very much.